So, episode 30 of Showmax's The Wife is appropriately named Deja Vu. Why? Because the same thing that has happened before is now happening again. Mqhele, our main man, has decided to once again beat up his now wife, Hlomu, and I got things to say about Deja Vu. Hi, how are you doing? I am Mqhele. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. So, let's get into it. What the heck happened that led up to this physical incident? So, Deja Vu is the appropriate name for this incident. Why? Because circumstances that led up to the beating are exactly the same as in the previous event, okay? Hlomu went out with her brother Ulanga and a friend to celebrate something. This time they were celebrating the friend getting a job. They're looking pretty. They're in a nice place. They're catching up. They, just having fun like the young people they are. They're drinking. They're spending Mqhele's money. When he got the notification that they're spending so much money, he seemed to not like it, So anyways, Hlomu did not come home. Mqhele is calling, Hlomu is not answering the phone, and as we know, when Hlomu doesn't answer the phone, uyagcwala with every phone call that Mqhele makes that is not answered. Mqhele just keeps getting angrier and angrier and angrier, So our three people, Hlomu, the brother, and the friend, drunk as heck, they don't go back to the Zulu house. They go, I think, to Langa's place and they slip it off. Nothing untoward happened. Nothing terrible happened. They were safe, even though they did have a run-in with the cops. But Ulanga was able to, sort out that situation. And yeah, the next day, Hlomu goes back home. But before she goes back home, she discovers something. She takes a pregnancy test and finds out that she is expecting a baby. Yes, she and Mqhele are about to have a child. Or will they? Hlomu gets home happy and excited, asibe happy muntu I'm singing that song because yena nomuntu wakhe are about to have a baby. But Muntuam is mad as hell, and bruh, he literally sneaks up on her and just grabs her and starts punching her from the back, but in her midsection area. Imagine Hlomu's fear, not only because the man who promised that he would never hurt you like that again is once again hurting you, because hello, what a promise is worth these days. But imagine her fear because it hurts and because it's targeting the midsection and she just found out she's pregnant. I cannot even begin to imagine what was going through her mind in that situation. Okay, but now, why was Mqhele targeting the midsection? This is my theory. He wanted to hit her in a place where nobody else will see the bruises, where nobody else will see the marks. I mean, the way Hlomu dresses, her midsection, her back, her tummy are always covered, especially now that she's a wife. She's dressing even more conservatively. So you see, Mqhele's abuse is definitely escalating. There is now strategy into it. It's not just you got taken over by emotions. Another thing that I want to mention is something that has happened in our previous episodes. Since Mqhele has been to Mbuba, or rather the Zulu family has been to Mbuba, and Mqhele is facing his childhood trauma, and his way, or his chosen way of dealing with it is rough sexual intercourse with his wife. Every time he does it, she tells him she doesn't like it. She's even suggested to him that, I recommend that you see a therapist. His response to that, I don't even want to go there. It was so harsh, so heartless, so cold, so self-centered on his behalf. You could clearly see that he's not considering his wife's feelings, So yeah, I mean, the toxicity in their relationship, nobody can doubt that, especially in the series, you know, nobody can doubt it. They did throw in a couple of scenes there before the second beating to make us feel like, oh, that love between them. I wasn't convinced, you know. He took her out for some ice cream. I'm like, oh, something else is coming. Something else is coming. You know, they want to play with our emotion, make us think or feel that, oh yes, there is love in this relationship. Bruh, I don't know. If this is love that these two got, I don't want it. Lord knows I don't want this definition of love. This. Okay, now, so let's remove the show. Let's remove the book. Let's take this deja vu situation and apply it to real life. Okay? It is rare that if a man, or it is rare that in a relationship, if one partner becomes abusive, it is rare that it's a once off. It is rare. I will not be so pessimistic and say that it never happens that a person is abusive once and, you know, and they feel bad about it and they do something about it. I'm sure there are far and few in between situations like that, but let's generalize it. Generally speaking, if your partner abuses you once, he will do it again. Deja vu will happen. Okay, if he's beating you, if she's beating you, it will happen again. If it is verbal abuse, it will happen again. If it's financial abuse, are they taking your money, withholding your money, they will do it again. And the next time it is done, it will get worse. It will get worse because everything that we do, there is a conditioning in our minds that happen. The abused is conditioned to accept the abuse. The abuser is himself conditioning himself to normalize that abusive response that they have. You know, like, my wife knows that I am abusive, so she should know that she must not piss me off. She must answer her phone when I call. That is the abuser normalizing the abusiveness, the abusive nature in the situation, you know. So I mean, what is the best way to avoid a deja vu situation in this instance? My advice, my thinking, my opinion, just me thinking out loud here. If you are being abused, if somebody put hands on you once, especially to the extent of which Mqhele did the first time, leave. That's pack your bags, pick up your handbag, leave. I'm all about stealth. I even recommend, don't even dump them. Take your bag, exit, block, don't answer. Okay, visit another friend for a couple of weeks. They show up at your place, you are not even there. Vanish, disappear, bye-bye. You know, that is what I'm all about. Self-preservation. Okay, you're not gonna be putting hands on me and you think I'm gonna be available for you to put hands on me again. No, that's not me. I don't roll like that, you know. So yeah, so on the part of the person being abused, that's the only surefire way that it won't happen again. But a lot of people, as we sing in society that we live in our neighborhoods, with our family members and our neighbors, and some of us even our friends, people bahlale thembeni. They live with the hope that because he apologized, he won't do it again. He will. She will. It will happen again. You know, like I said, I am generalizing here. And on the part of the abuser, therapy. Okay, I'm not going to repeat stuff that I mentioned in my previous video. I did a video on this Mqhele and Hlomu abuse the first time that Mqhele beat up Hlomu, and if you want to find out what I say or recommend the abuser should do, please head on over. I will link that video in this description box and watch that video. Okay, and once again, I'll never stop saying this. Let us stop as a society. Let us stop normalizing and romanticizing toxic relationships. Okay, in a relationship, people must love each other and be happy. Yes, there will be challenges, but abuse that should not be one of them. Please, self-love first, and then you can properly love one another. This Mqhele and Hlomu toxicity, abusive relationship, reminds me of a poem. In high school, in one of my English classes, I don't remember what grade I was on, there was a poem at the back of the class along the lines of, I got flowers today. It's like, I got flowers today. It wasn't my birthday or anything. He shoved me against the wall. I'm rephrasing here. It's not verbatim, the poem. But to apologize, he got me flowers today. Each stanza of the poem starts with, I got flowers today. It wasn't my birthday or anything. He slapped me so hard the other day, but now he's getting me flowers to apologize. But the last stanza of that poem is, I got flowers today. It wasn't my birthday or anything. It's my funeral. He finally killed me. There is truth in that poem. There is a lot of people that end up going 6 feet under in the hands of their partners. That's like, you were hopeful that he meant it when he apologized, when he bought you flowers, when he said sorry, but you made me do it. But then you chose to believe the story. Like, please, self-love first. Be like me. Self-preservation leads. Okay? So yeah. If I can find the poem, I will link it in the description box below as well. And I think that's all I have for this video. I don't want it to be too long. Please, if you're loving my video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up and a bag. Please subscribe to my channel. I will greatly appreciate it. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye bye.